Alright, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and welcome back to more of the Pale Beyond. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we traveled across from where we were, the dogs were left behind, and we made it. I was a bit worried about what was going to happen because we had to go through a really huge storm, but we all made it just fine. Um, and there's a bit of discontent among the crew. Kurt and Kasha are fighting a little bit because she wants to tell the whole truth. Kurt wants to kind of embellish a little bit because he wants to save face. Nutley said he saw Hunt before he left, but I felt like it wasn't his fault. It's not like he could have done anything. And Templeton still wants to look for the Temperance. We also found a cairn somewhere over here, from the crew of the Viscount telling us that it's a bad idea to stay here, but we'll see what happens. So let's just continue. You dream you're back on the Temperance. Wake up shaken. You wake shaken, literally by the engineer. He stands over you, bug-eyed. For a moment, you think you're back in Temperance. The ship is sinking. He shakes you harder. The jolt brings you back to your senses. Shaw, it's Cordell. What about Cordell? Oh, there's food and supplies missing from the stores. I think she's trying to make a run for it. Oh, crap. Lead the way. After getting up to recharge out of the tent into the snow, I found tracks heading up towards the mountain pass. Oh man, why are you doing this? You follow tracks away from the camp. It's half an hour before we finally spot her ascending the dead mountain. Shh, there she is. Let's approach slowly, follow my lead. You both creep up towards her silhouette. Cordell. Yeah, Cordell. Cordell picks up on the sound, slowly turning back around to spot you both in her line of sight. She clears her throat. Captain Shaw. Hammond. So what do I owe the surprise? Don't play coy, we know what you're up to. Then you seem to be several steps ahead of myself. And what am I apparently up to? Please educate me. You know full well why we're here. I can't say I do. I have no reasonable idea what you're trying to tell me. If you wish to make paranoid accusations, you should inform me of what those accusations are. You think you can just abandon the crew in the dead of the night? This isn't a matter of can, it's a question of should. And from my position, you've really left me with no alternative. Why? You're not making any sense. Why now? Why not when we cross the mountain? Stanbury's expecting. Oh. You should be doing what's best for those pups. What does it look like I'm doing, Robin? If you leave, you're ensuring your demise. Perhaps, but there's more of a chance out here than with the rest of you. I'm not going to allow Stanbury and I to be a part of this expedition any further. Do you really think the two of you would be better off without the rest of us? I do. Those puppies will be my new litter. I'll start over. Certainly not the first time I had to do that. Still falls beyond the set on you both. You're gonna have to shoot me before you leave. I propose a duel. This is a good way to die though, right? You should have come to me first, Cordell. Both know that wouldn't have worked. Then let me convince you now. I'm listening. You might feel that you don't need us, but we need you, both of you. She's still listening. We need people on my side who care about more than this. Most of the people in this expedition are half the age of you and I. We need all the people we need all the help we can get. We're losing souls. We need all the help we can get. I know you didn't intend to be part of this, but you're one of us all the same. Yes, your dogs are gone, and I'm very sorry about that, but please, help me look after who's left. Can't do it alone. The lady's silent for a minute. Oh, thank God, she finally walks over to you. Three of you begin the long trek back to camp. Stanbury follows patiently. Not a word is spoken on the journey back. Oh, thank God she's loyal to me. But then I need to get... You know what this means, right? Week 38? What? Do you know what this means? If shit hits the fan with Grimley, he's not loyal to me. He's probably gonna kill me or something. Everyone else is fine. God damn it. Kasha, careful. Turn your head to spot Kasha perched precariously over the edge, her camera in hand, lining up another shot from her position. It's a great shot of the horizon, trust me. You've got a good shot of falling to your death. Get back over here. ground isn't safe. You can't trust anything beneath your feet this high up. Kasha doesn't heed their warning, instead lining up the shot and snapping it cleanly. Crap. There, no issue, and this just might be the banner image for my report. If civilians done being foolish, might we move on? Kasha nods and turns back around to join the rest of the crew. Oh shit, I'll leave her a slip on the ice beneath. You lunge forward and pull Kasha forward so that she isn't hurtling over the edge, but her initial stumble sent the camera falling below. That was a close one. Camera! Be thankful the camera took the plunge and not yourself, young one. Despite reassurances, Kasha moves back to the edge of the cliff, peering over, searching for a camera. I can't lose it. Everything from this expedition was on here. Wait, I see it. Nonsense, it's a blip on the rocks. You can't see the ground from this distance. No, it's not in the ground. It's snagged on the ice. It's not too far down. I can climb back down and... No, hope. You want to go back to Claimben? If I lose that camera, my entire reason for being on this nightmare goes with it. I'm getting that camera. She turns to you. Captain, we have to do something. Just a camera, Kasha. You still got your notes. All these are negative. It's just a camera, Kasha. You still got your notes. Yeah. My notes aren't enough. The world needs those photos to believe this. The story comes from you, not that machine. Yeah. Kurt steps forward. I'll do it. Have you two gone bad? It's my understanding that was a prerequisite for attending this expedition. Let's go, Kasha. Kurt affixes the rope to Kasha, locking her in tight with the climbing gear. Leave the climbing to me. As a civilian, your safety is top priority. I would suggest rethinking this plan of action. We cannot afford to lose our navigator. It's because I'm the navigator that I'm going down. If I can't save that camera, no one can. That would be the preferable option. Kurt pays no heed to the protests of Templeton, continuing to climb down with Kasha in tow. Thank you. Don't thank me until the job is done. Bad luck otherwise. They're risking their lives for a bloody picture box. You should stop this, Shaw. Get back here this instant. That's an order. I'm not crew and you're not my editor. You can't order me around. Kurt and Kasha begin to slide down the wall of the cliff at a steady pace. Kasha keeping her eyes on the camera at all times. Easy now. Easy now. You can do this. Reassuring yourself isn't very reassuring to me, you know. Okay, I think you can get it from here. Think? Both of you, please don't make any rash movements. She collects the camera. And there we go. Now get back up here, you man. Job well done. So much for bad luck. Yes, now let's climb back up. Oh god, please. Kurt begins to adjust the line of his climbing gear, prepared to lead Kasha up. But the extra weight from the camera causes the rock beneath Kurt's feet to crumble, and the former film star goes hurtling back. Shit! Shit! He snaps to standstill. The line between himself and Kasha is still intact, but the weight of the big man's fall pulls Kasha back from the face of the cliff. Blast! Kasha, are you alright? I can't see the cliff. What's happening? This blasted line won't hold with me. Pull us up. The rest of the crew hang back, lest any added weight at the cliff's edge cause an even more dire incident. As you look down, you see the pair flailing, helpless. Kasha spots you. Captain! Cut the rope? What the hell? No. What the hell? Why would I cut the rope? What the freak? Oh my god, I'm gonna do it! Scramble to start pulling the rope out. No doubt the dangling weight of Kurt is also putting strain on the back end of the rope as it's tied to a jagged rock at the peak. Oh god, oh my god, oh my god. You know there's a rope beginning to fray the edge. So there's Kurt. Navigator pulls out his knife. Oh my. She looks down at the man as he shouts. I always promised myself I'd lose a few bastarding pounds. Bit late for that, I suppose. Take a photo. What? Take a photo of me. For prosperity. Once in a lifetime shot. No. Do it. Don't you dare, Kurt. He isn't listening. Oh my god. You can pull her up, Kurt. You can do this. You see a twinkle in the man's eye. Do you really believe that, Captain? Kurt, of course you can. He puts the knife in his teeth. He starts to swing his admittedly impressive weight. As he reaches the mountainside, he takes the knife and cuts his line. Before gripping the side of the mountain and returning the knife to his mouth, he begins to climb. Kurt? Navigator responds through the metal between his teeth. He faked the stunt in my third film, but it's worth a shot now. Kasha silently prepares the camera for the photo. She daren't use the flash. The man climbs until he's beside Kasha. Takes the camera from her and continues gripping the mountain. Pull the rope. Heave to. The crew begins to pull the rope. Keep going. Kurt cautioned the camera all pull the safety thing. Okay. I was genuinely worried there. As they reached the peak, Kurt burst into relief laughter. Don't laugh, that was terrifying. You made it out alright, I think. Still, that was, well, just like the movies. Yes, it was all quite daring. Might we move on? Glad you both made it out, I was so worried. Can't believe that show business fate could actually be done. Barely believe it myself. But it happened. And believe me, this will be a full page in my report. Oh, I don't require the credit. Stop the faux humble, Kurt. You're allowed to be proud right now. You're a real hero. Thank God. I'm so happy both of them are okay. But then I wasn't. It genuinely took me by surprise that the option to start cutting the rope was there. Like, what the frick? Why is that even an option? Why would I want to do that? I want to make sure everyone makes it back. The crew finally crested the mountaintop. That's a weird looking mountain range. Grabbing everyone's attention is a cave in the rock wall. A cave? Good spot, some shelter from the winds. Still, what lies inside? It may prove a danger. The crew get to work. Wait a minute. Did I get my gun back? I have a revolver. Wait a minute. Where's my rifle? Damn it, does Cordell still have it? Camp is set up. Okay. I gotta put some fuel in this. Try and stay warm. Yep, a little bit. Oh my god, I'm not sure how we're gonna make it. Kurt, you find Kasha carefully inspecting the camera. Still works. Would have been a shame to lose it this far in. We should be grateful nothing more important was lost. As Kurt approaches, Kasha lets out a small chuckle. Yeah, I suppose I should have my priorities in order. Hold on, Kurt, that was almost a disaster. Please, let's not keep praise, Captain. It was all instinct. There is something I should say. Past comments I made, forgiven. Well, allow me to apologize first. No, I understand now. You can't convince me to lie in my report. I'll tell the entire truth. I understand. And the truth is that Kurt Dangling is a true hero. You needn't say that. I've caused my fair share of trouble in this expedition. Yes, and I don't intend to hide that from anyone. But your heroism is more important to share. What did you tell me about inspiring others? Thank you. I can only hope another young Kasha Belford reads my report. You deserve to be commended, Kurt. You don't deserve anything, Robin. That shouldn't be our motivation. Chasing glory has been my vice for too long. Whatever you write about me, it has my blessing. There, I can expect honesty. Thank you, friend. And thank you. It's such a beautiful, beautiful little moment right there. Alright. How about food? We don't have food? Yeah, Templeton. Captain, it's time. We're at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made. We both read the cairn, we know the location of Viscount lies in this cave. We're this close. Our mission's end lies in wait. What do you expect to find there? Answers, for better or worse. If what we read is correct, the shore cabin should hold enough rations to last a full year. We can afford the risk of missing a single rescue ship. I think it's worth it. We should secure that cabin first before returning. Right, of course. But this mountain's perilous, Captain. Can we survive the second trek? You should inform the crew of our movement as soon as you leave this tent. I know you'll make the right call, Captain. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. What is this? Love? What the heck? Cave entrance of the view of the shore. Approach Nutley. What is this? Approach the scientist. You find the crew science officer overlooking several petri dishes containing various materials picked from the walls of the cave. Curiouser and curiouser. What's curious? Captain, observe the materials we have uncovered in just the entrance of this cave. Copper, tungsten, antimony? These are deposits more likely found in lakes, not all in a cave. Let alone a mountaintop cave in the polar region. Nothing about it seems Natural. Could this be why the applicants were looking for this area? Perhaps. Captain, may I ask you a question? Go ahead. I presume you must enjoy my questions at this stage. You keep humoring them. Well, regardless, we may have been working together for quite some time now, and in that time I've been able to evaluate you. After assessing your abilities and your decision making, I can safely conclude that you are more than capable in your role as captain. As such, I would like to offer you a job. You wish to work with me again, Captain Templeton? My wishes are irrelevant. You're more than qualified for the role. I can easily recommend you to company head. It's time I told you the truth of who we're working for. There's even more you haven't told me? It's beneficial to keep cards close to my chest until you are fully evaluated. Templeton reveals a tin can of rations. He passes it over to you. The woman modeling on the front stares back at you before you look back at Templeton. Yes, the Apperton Company. I already know that. Don't focus on the name. On the face. Her. Her name is Minerva Apperton. She's the president of the Apperton Tinning Company. But why would she fund this expedition? Same reason anyone would. Tin foods is perhaps the lowest priority within the company in today's age, as you can likely tell by the shoddy work on our rations. Instead, Lady Apperton's focused on turning the company into the only option in commerce, which is why she sought after the expedition of the Viscount. She's interested in what the Viscount found in the ice. And just what did they find? No doubt there are several details Minerva has kept hidden from even myself, but I'll tell you what I can. The original expedition of the Viscount was carried out by the government, a race to find the southernmost point of the world, charter it out in the name of glory, in the name and glory of science. But upon arrival, it appears they discovered the same strange environments as we have, and so they chose to investigate instead of heading back. And contrary to legend and hearsay, it wasn't the cold and the starvation that drove the crew mad. It was what they found there that took their minds. And just what did they find? That part remains a mystery, but what we do know, there was a witness, a survivor washed ashore. Half mad, their tongue cut out, they lived only long enough to give us a hint at what we're looking for. It is unknown what exactly lies in wait for us should we find the Viscount, but from what we know, the crew of that vessel found something world-changing. This is no mere treasure. What they found was unnatural in nature, a paradox existing at the most southern point of the world. And whoever can retrieve it, bring it back to civilization, will shape the path of human advancement for the next century. Hearing that, I believe I'm being underpaid for a mission of this magnitude. Yes, I can assure you a greater rate of pay should we be able to recover the secret of the Viscount. Then is our top priority to recover the Viscount found? Precisely my thoughts, Captain. It's good to see we're both on the same level mind. You know what? I hardly see him smile. Now I have told you all I know. Please lead me to my research. You turn, but Templeton speaks up once more. Oh, Captain. You never officially responded to my offer. Do you wish to work for the Apperton Tinning Company after this? I'll take into consideration. See that you do, Captain. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. I really don't know. Well, let's speak to everybody first. Navigating engineer. You notice Hammond and Kurt huddle around the boiler, deep in conversation. As you approach, their heads perk up, noticing you. Captain, didn't see you there. Apologies, Captain. Seems we were both caught up in our work. My work? You're just watching me, Kurt. But you didn't manage to pick out the materials. We were just replacing the latest spyglass I cracked on the mountain. It may not be of any use in this cave, but you never know when we might need it next. Aye. Once again, my boiler comes in handy. What do you make of this cave, Kurt? It's an odd one, no doubt. A lot of questions we shouldn't be answering. Our priority should be to get to shore, not go spelunking. Coming from you. Was that the point of your shite films? Upon hearing that, Kurt puffs out his chest. Oh, so you've seen my films? Just the one? And what did you think? Pure bollocks. Should have figured. I think they're rather good. Thank you. Of course you'd say that, Captain. Just can't get over all the inaccuracies in them. What inaccuracies? You take me for a fool, Kurt. I know a stage shot when I see one. Well, they did certainly clean up a lot in the edit. I don't get it. What don't you understand, chum? You're a proper bloody navigator, Kurt, and a damn hero. I've seen it in my own two eyes. Thank you. So why do you star in all those phony films? I wouldn't call them phony. And, well, they may not be the picture of accuracy, but they have a power to inspire people. More so than any true story could. Agreed, his films inspire me greatly. Yeah. Now that is exactly what I like to hear. I'm glad my films had such an effect on you, Captain. You really like that shade. Everyone's entitled to their taste, Hammond, though I do appreciate your more cynical approach. In fact, it's clear that if there's one thing I'm in need of, it's someone who can keep me grounded. Get to it, Kurt. What do you want to say? I was wondering, would you consider... Spit it out, would ya? Alright, would you consider joining me after this, on further expeditions? As an engineer? Yes. But also as a level head. I need someone like you. Think about it, Kurt. Perhaps I can join you both. Asking for a job, Captain. Asking for a job, Captain. Three of us in the same crew again? That's bound to go horribly wrong. Perhaps, but I think our ingenuity will help us pull through. Hammond pulls up the replacement spyglass. Anyway, here you are, all finished. Incredible. Great work, Hammond. No problem, Kurt. Kahurangi. What? My real name. Kurt's just for the media. Kahurangi Tuhoro. Alright, Kahurangi. See you around, friend. You too. Oh, it's so lovely. And that's so depressing to me. If you're all making friends now, that means the next decision's going to be really, really serious. You pass the tent and are quick to notice what's going on. They're kissing! Standing close to the doctor, their faces pressed closely together. She alerts your footsteps and opens her eyes which quickly widen as you spot it. Quickly, she and Nutley pulled away from each other, their heads nervously swiveling around the tent. Nutley letting out a punctuated cough. Captain, you could have cleared your throat or something. We were just, sticking together for warmth. A clever decision. You cuties. Yeah, yes, quite clever. Very, very clever for us to be doing that. That was definitely what we were. Arthur, I think our good captain was joshing us. That our show is quite dense, and that'll be a great airship for us. Congratulations, both of you. Oh, thank you, Captain. Should be thanking you, Shaw. Placing us together in one tent for a year certainly fostered conversation. Never considered myself a matchmaker. He spoke at length, at first about his unexpectedly vast knowledge of ice fishing, and ending with casual conversation about favorite newspaper strips. Well, it wasn't entirely casual. What do you mean? Ah, I knew you didn't notice it. Notice what? Kasha clears her throat before putting on an affected voice, dramatically quoting her past statements. Why, Doctor! I think you'd be a great subject for my next report. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a write-up on your interesting life. A handsome young medical prodigy? You must have a bevy of suitors. Doctor, there's this excellent seafood restaurant in the capital. We should absolutely eat there when we return to land. Kasha chuckles to herself. I use we for goodness sake. I was beginning to think you were oblivious to all flirtation. I recognize some of it. I was just too nervous to respond at the time. That was true. I did think you were just passionate about seafood. And then, it's so cute. But we couldn't help ourselves. Honestly, I deeply admired her passion for her craft, her headstrong way of thinking, how she was so focused on her future. Everything I wanted myself. And I admired his courage when up against his fears in possibly the worst situations possible. That's the kind of thing they make films out of. Just as I thought we were winding down, I told her I wanted to see her again after we returned to civilization. Look at that cheeky grin, you little bastard, you. Suffice it to say, I was surprised that he would just blurt it out. I'm surprised myself. Before that, I had long since stopped considering that we make it back. Of course, that led to a conversation. All through the morning. Okay, that's enough. And before we knew it, we were having a romantic embrace in the south of the world. That is until you walked in, Captain. Yes, it's rather inopportune of you. Kasha pauses for a moment. You can take issue with this, do you, Captain? When we be holding the wedding? Yeah, dude. Who gives a shit right now? Excuse me? Ah, good one, Captain. Presuming all goes well, of course, not for another year or two. Or 5. Now, Doctor, you know me. Things live fast. 5 years is fast. I think it could whittle you down. I'm joking, of course. It's far too soon to speak on that. Forbidden or not, we're at the end of our journey here. I hope. Most of the crew in the past is to sail home with Kasha. Well, it's something to look forward to. It's been quite a while since we had that. Agreed. I wish you both happiness. It's what you deserve. It truly is. Thank you, Captain. Now, if you excuse us. Alright, calm down. Kennel Master, you. I wish to speak with you on a matter. What matter? Oh, concerning your report. Put simply, I have a story for you to include. Oh my goodness, she seems so worn down. Regarding who I am. You're Kennel Master. That's true, but not the whole truth. Well, this is sudden. I have been curious about your past. I have no doubt you were. Cordell turns to Kasha as the reporter quickly scrambles to gather her notepad and pen. Now, I'm certain you have heard them call me Lady Cordell. Yes, frequently. This around apparently is a moniker granted you due to how you spoke. Those who dubbed me with that name have no idea the irony in doing so. The truth is, I am a noble. Or rather, I was. What? I suspected you might have an upper-class background. Your suspicions have not done you wrong, Shaw. I was born and raised within the nobility. I don't mean to call you a liar, but that's just a big claim. Ingrid Cordelia Weston. What? You keep your ear to the ground often, I'm sure you've heard of her. Yes, actually, she's a distant relative of the monarchy. Had a seat as an MP for a brief period. Went missing unexpectedly. Well, I am Ingrid Cordelia Weston. Not just nobility, we're speaking royalty. Oops, you notice the furrowed brow of annoyance on the face of Cordell. Or rather, Ingrid. Distant relative of royalty. The would-be monarch is a cousin of mine. But yes, that is the reason for my past position. I have all the proof I need to show you. No need. I believe you. You do. It'd certainly be an odd thing to lie about. I assume you're aware of the political system, Kasha? To no end. Researching was possibly the most dull and harrowing part of my last report. And yourself, Captain? Pay no heed to politics, to be honest. I expected not. Wise of you, I would say. Well, as a distant cousin of said monarch, I was placed in one of those parliamentary seats. As you can imagine, I ain't no interest in being an MP. My aversion to its human interaction is no different in my youth. From the age I received my first dog as a gift in my childhood, I have much preferred their company. Surely there was once a time when you weren't such a recluse. Well, you've encountered and interviewed many of them building your time, correct? Correct? Would you choose to spend your time amongst those people? Fair point. So, this whole time we've been traveling a runaway MP. Yes, I suppose it does sound quite unusual. The unusual is fantastical. Will Hammond reveal himself as an actual mole next? Well, perhaps there's merit in asking him. But why did you leave? The reasons for that are quite simple. I refuse to live that life any longer. In that world, in my position, certain things were expected of me. Act with decorum, attend every social event, keep your real self hidden until you consider it suitable to be shipped off into political marriage. A grim reality. One I wanted no part of. My choice. Oh look, I just realized she has goggles, the kind of the snowblind goggles. I left home in the dead of night, taking only two things with me. My certificate of birth, for reasons more practical than sentimental, and my dog, for reasons more sentimental than practical. I started a breeding kennel in the capital, earning the moniker of Lady Cordell among the common folk, and from then, I was free. Free to feel the ground beneath my feet. As Cordell speaks, Kasha intently takes notes. I see. So trapped in a restrictive role in society, you broke free of your chains yearning to be independent. I suppose yes. Just like a wild pack of dogs, able to roam free. Please do not include a surface-level poetic interpretation of my actions. Poetics are my calling, but okay. Have you considered returning to nobility? Not even slightly. That life is simply not for me. Thank you for sharing, Cordell, but why have you shared this with me? Why now? My report will expose your identity to everyone. Why would you allow that? Because I trust you to tell my story. And I no longer have anything to hide. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I'll tell the whole truth of your tale. I know you will. Assuming you leave out that tribe about wild dogs. And yourself, Captain? I think I'll call you Ingrid from now on. I think you won't. I suggest you don't. Ingrid Cordelia Weston is quite the name. Regardless, my name's Cordell. I suggest you refer to me as such. I will, even if the captain doesn't. Thank you, friend. Do not mistake this for closeness. I simply trust your credentials enough to consider you a professional. But, you're welcome, friend. Aw, that's nice. And I guess last one. Oh, golly, they seem so worn down. You ever just stoke brothers engaged in what sounds like an argument? What did you say? I'm sorry, Grimly, but I can't fool myself any longer. Let's face it, Hunt abandoned us. Wrong. That's all you have to say? Grimly, we've been out here so long, he left without a word. He left us to die. To be torn up in a blizzard, to be eaten by a seal, whatever else, he didn't care, did he? You don't know what you're saying. I know Hunt better than you, Junior. The captain would never. He's not our captain. What? Nothing? There's something I know for certain, Shaw. If it wasn't for Hunt, we wouldn't be stuck here. He did this to us. Fine. Grimly storms off, marching towards his tent. Junior lets out a sigh in response. But okay, I think that was a good time to leave this episode off here. In the next episode, I guess we're going to figure out what I'm going to do next. I don't know. Okay, press it. You notice the compass is pointing directly towards the cave. Okay. You look out across the sea. All right. Yeah, this is the final decision, and I guess I'm gonna leave this episode here to figure out what happens next. To be honest, I'm not sure what happens. If we leave immediately, does the game end just like that? Or if we continue on the ship, will there be more game? I don't know, but we'll see. So for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!